Hey everyone, this is Corine La Font, your favorite radio host, your only radio host and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines, always with gratitude or thankfulness, I like to say. Some people will say gratitude. It's great to be alive. It's great to be here another day. I'm so excited. It's a beautiful day here in Trinidad and Tobago. We have been experiencing the day is glorious. I mean, am I making you jealous? Yes. Yes, that's the purpose, to make you jealous. I have with me Tonia Shimin, and we're talking today about Symeon Shimin. I hope I pronounced that properly. The Art of Symeon Shimin. Yes, and Tonia is going to talk about her relationship with this person, Symeon Shimin. And let me tell you a bit about her. So Tonia Shimin is a dancer. We have some things in common. My work is a Professor Emerita of the Department of Theatre and Dance. Oh my God, I love her already. At the University of California, Santa Barbara, she has recently created and edited the award-winning book, The Art of Symeon Shimin, on the remarkable work of her father. Did I just give away the clue? It's her father, okay. Whose fine art is shown in the collection for the first time. And you're going to see a bit of that when I showcase her website later down in the episode. You know how it goes here on Between the Lines, right? So let me officially welcome Tonia to Between the Lines. Welcome, Tonia.
Thank you so much. It's great to be with you.
I'm not hearing you. We need to hear you, Tonia. We want to hear your voice. Why are you sounding so low?
I don't know. Volume is turned up. Is that better?
Get closer.
Better? Better?
I think it's all that here you have. It's blocking the mic.
I'm going to try. I thought we texted that this was okay.
All that here you have is blocking the mic, Tonia. The hair is the hair. Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you a little bit. I think because you moved the hair behind the ears, but still.
That's not it, though. I don't.
But let's give it a go. I'm hearing you far, very, very far. I want to hear you closer. Do you have a headset?
I'll try it. One sec.
Tonia to get her headset because we don't want to be fighting to hear Tonia.
Hello?
I want to hear everything she's saying because I'm so intrigued with her dancer choreographing theater and dance
Any better?
filmmaking. What
Can you hear me?
story? She's talking my language. I'm hearing you.
You're
Tonia,
hearing me now? You can
let's
hear?
start off with your theater, dance, filmmaking, and choreography. What sort of dance you're teaching? What is going on here?
Well, I teach modern dance. I studied both ballet and modern. I became a modern dancer and I choreographed in modern dance. And at a certain point, I wanted to make some films, and I did a few, including a large documentary on Mary Anthony, who was my teacher and mentor and whose company I was in for a long time. That was a full-length documentary on film.
Lovely. So do you still dance and are you still teaching? What are you still doing in dance? I have been doing Latin and ballroom. I have been doing
Oh,
Latin and
beautiful.
ballroom, but with the COVID, all of that had to stop. So my little social life and where I get my little, how you call that,
Right.
safe sex on the dance floor. I can't do that anymore. So
So, well,
so
I'm
tell
78 almost. Yeah. I'm not
yeah.
dancing on the floor anymore, but I'm dancing in a pool. I swim. I exercise in water. And I move in
Oh,
water, and occasionally I'll do a piece
oh,
of choreography. And I've been concentrating on the book right now, on the art book.
oh. We get together face to face and all of this whole pandemic craziness is over, we have to get together somehow. And
Oh, that'd be
and and you need to
wonderful.
show me some stuff. Let me practice.
Sure. There's so many ways to dance. Are you there? Are you there?
We're gonna just keep talking. We're gonna just keep talking. So Tanya, we're talking about the art of Simeon Shimin, who is your father.
Right.
What makes his work so special that you decide that you're going to be promoting it? What makes him stand out? Now, I come from an art background. I paint and draw. I haven't done so in some years, and it's something that I am going, Lord, I'm putting it out there. I'm going to get back into. I already
Good.
started looking for my supplies. I see art out in, when I look out my window, I see all the things I want to paint and draw. It's very therapeutic for me.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be getting back in there. And just when I was about to get started, the COVID came and shut down everything. But that's okay. It's not going to stop me. So tell me what makes your father and his work so special, the type of paintings, drawings. Tell us about him.
Well, I find that his work is very moving. It's got a huge amount of human feeling and compassion in it. And the subject matter is incredibly pertinent today, interestingly enough, because he just cared about all people, and he was struck as a young person by the faces of poverty-stricken people as well as others. And I'm going to show you a picture right now of his mural that's in Washington, D.C. You can see that.
You have to bring, I'm seeing it a bit. It's not as clear. Bring it up a little bit more. Yeah. Wow. It's very intricate. Yeah.
And his work is full of compassion for human beings. And he
Mm-hmm.
did one painting, which is called The Pack, which was based on a terrible experience he had when he was going into a crowd to help someone who was being beaten up, and he and his friends got beaten up in turn. And he decided he had to do something in his art to express what had happened. And it's what's happening today, and it's something that really speaks to the unfortunate things that are going on right now. So I feel it's very valuable, and I didn't want his work to get lost to the world completely when I found a trove of pictures after he died. These works are all over the place, and the only way to bring them together was to do a website and a book where we have a complete collection finally to save.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing you. I'm
Okay,
hearing
good.
you. I just put on my, yeah, I'm hearing you. I just put on my headset there
There's
so
always
that
a
I can hear you a
the
bit better
technology
because
is
even though, yeah, yeah, that's okay. We're going to stand up for us. Don't you worry. I have sent out positive vibes. Don't you worry. So we're still here. But I got my headset so that I can make
that's
sure to
wonderful.
hear what you're saying. Nice. That's
And he
lovely.
stood up
That's
for
lovely.
people of color. He stood up for the
Hmm.
disinherited. He completely cared to do his part through art. He said he wasn't a social worker and he needed to do something and he did it
Hmm.
through his art. And it's valuable work as all art is. It's very powerful.
Awesome. Where has his work been shown? Where has it been shown? I mean, the
Well,
actual paintings itself.
of course. Well, he was born in 1902. When he was 27, he had a cover on Vanity Fair magazine, and he did Hollywood movie posters, including the original Gone with the Wind poster. He was an artist of 57 children's books, which have been since 1950 through 81. He passed in 84. And he has a mural
Hmm.
in the Department of Justice building, which is the picture I showed you, which is still standing today. The interesting thing about this
Hmm.
painting is that he was asked by officials
Hmm.
there to not put in the African Americans. He did anyway, and he has portraits of women in educated roles. So he was somewhat pushing boundaries at that time, ahead of his time. And I'm just so grateful that painting is still there. I wish it could tour around and
Would
please people.
you encourage? Would would you encourage? Because I know what painting and drawing has done for me, and still do. It's just a little flame that's in my body. It does a lot for me. I started as a young child. I have the natural talent in painting and drawing, and growing up, my mother encouraged it too because she never stopped me from being creative. I would draw things and see things and copy it in my own way and paste it up on the wall, right? And then when
Okay.
you try to pull it off the wall, the tape used to pull off the paint off the wall. So my
Oh,
other siblings used to get very upset.
yeah, yeah.
They're like, Corine is messing up the place. And Corine is this and Corine is that. Look, the paint is coming off the wall. And my mother said, leave it. Leave it. That is one thing I will always remember about my mother. Leave it. Leave her alone. Wherever she wants to put it, let her put it. And I will never forget that. And that always, encouraged my passion for painting and drawing. And it's still there. And I even went on in high school to become an art teacher, to teach, arts in schools.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, great.
I paint and soul work in art galleries. Yeah, I won awards. When I taught my students, we entered competitions and won awards. We were always winning awards and things like that. So I have enjoyed that part of my life, and I still do. And I like when I travel around, I capture photo, because that's the only way to capture it, photographs, and then you come back and you paint it. If something
Mhm.
moves you, you come back and you paint it. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
And I smile a lot. So it makes me quite happy because it's bringing back a lot of, memories for me,
Sure.
warm, fuzzy memories. Yes.
Good.
And I so want to get back into it again. I love it. And I'm saying to you and asking you, you're in the arts, your father in the arts, I am in the arts. Would you encourage persons, especially now? I mean, a lot of people are home to discover a lot about yourself through painting and drawing. A lot of people say, I can't paint a thing, I can't draw, I can't do nothing. Just it's not a matter of being the best drawer or painter. It's an expressive form of yourself.
Sure, sure. I encourage, I think
Express
people
that
should,
in
everyone should
lines and
learn any
shapes.
of the arts. Yeah. From childhood
Yeah.
on, the
Would
more
you
the better.
encourage, and why would you encourage it? Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it opens a part of the human soul and feeling that doesn't come out in other ways, whether it's music, dance, drawing, art, singing. Everyone has all of these qualities within them, I believe. And the more more we let those out and can express ourselves through different means, the better. And what more healthier way can there be than expressing through art and giving to other people that way? So I think everyone could participate in any of the arts and get something from it, whatever draws your attention the most.
Yes, I
Dancing,
love
there's
it. I love
thousands of
it.
ways of
You
drawing,
know,
or
and you have
thousands of
time.
ways of dancing. Yeah, yeah. So it's
That's
more the
right.
better.
That's right. That's
The
right. That's
younger
the
the
beauty
better.
about
Start
that's the
at
beauty
every
about
age.
creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just had someone interviewed a while ago, and she travels the world taking photographs of plants, you know, flowers, unique flowers that you capture all over. She has been all over the world just capturing, and so she took her book and turned it into a journal where you can reflect, you know, when you look at the flowers, and you know there's a reflective part of you coming out, so you interact with it. And I find that is so good, because I may not have been able to travel to the places she has gone, you know, and what she's sharing, but in looking at it, just like with your father's paintings, in looking at it, it sort of brings out something in you that you didn't even probably realize that it's there. Just by looking and interacting with the painting, it
That's a
evokes
beautiful
something from
point.
you. I know, like, yeah, yeah.
If you
You
see
go ahead. I'm
something,
listening to you.
oh sure,
Mm-hmm.
if you see in a work of art a sensibility, it touches something kinesthetically in your senses that can just mean a
Mm-hmm.
great deal. And holding a book will do the same
Mm-hmm.
thing rather than something far away.
Mm-hmm.
Or I find it's different than even on a screen. But holding a book with the art in it is the
Mm-hmm.
next best thing to seeing the real thing, where you definitely get an energetic quality. My father wanted to be a musician and couldn't
Mm-hmm.
because family wouldn't let him, and he started to draw. When he started to draw, evidently he
Wow.
was drawing as an adult, not as a child at the age of 10. Actually, no, probably the age of 13. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
he got so much from expressing what he saw. He felt it was important to share these feelings that he had and what he was observing. So it's very special to have that sensibility.
Yes. Yes, it is, you know, and it reminds me when I go to art galleries, or if anybody has ever gone to an art gallery or an art showing, whatever it may be, you will stand up and something will, it's like a piece will call you. You know, you
Yeah,
would walk around, see certain things, and then a piece will just call you, and you stand and stare at this thing. And you don't know why you're staring, but you're staring. It's
right,
like,
right.
it's like it's
For hours.
talking to you, and you're like, there's something about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? The thing is
definitely.
talking to you. And sometimes if you have seats around, you sit down there and like you can't move. You don't
Of
know
course.
why, but you're just there. You just feel
I think you're
a
right.
sense of peace.
I think you're right that it touches something, one part of ourselves that might have been somewhere in the back, but is brought forth, and it kind of gives you something back. And there's an exchange that happens.
Yeah, and
So, and art
that's right.
speaks
And
to
like
your
you're
time.
transported.
Hmm.
Listen, and it's like you're transported, Tanya. Somehow
Yeah.
your thoughts just goes into a different time zone, time warp. Your
Yes.
body is there, sitting in or standing in the gallery or wherever, and it's like you're gone. You know, you don't know how you got there, why you're there. You start seeing things. You say,
It's great that you've had that
you know, and
experience,
people
right?
might think you're. I love it. I love it. I love being transport. I don't know. It's
Well,
just something that happens to
keep,
me. I just love it, and you're just there.
hopefully you'll still keep doing your art
What was that, Tanya?
along. I hope you'll still
Oh
keep
yes.
to do your
Oh,
art. And
Tanya, it's a promise. It's a
good, good. I
promise
want
to
to see it.
myself. It's a
I want
promise
to
to
see it.
myself. Oh my God, that's a challenge, Tanya. That's a
Sure.
challenge. I will. You're
Okay.
challenging me publicly,
We'll
Tanya. You're not supposed to do that on my show. You're not supposed to do that.
That sounds great.
Oh
Talking
my
about
goodness.
your work. Yeah. I think everyone has
That's right.
that.
I want to use, yeah, we're having some challenges. You're sort of kind of getting slurry here now. I think
Sorry.
something is happening with the internet on your end this time, or probably they're moving about. But let me see if I can
They
do something here. I'm sure you have the works of your father showcased on your website, and I wanna go through there to see for persons to have a feel and see what you see, like how I'm talking about it. When I showcase it, it may resonate or talk back to somebody looking at it. We don't know, but let's see if it's going to talk to you. So let me see if I can share that.
Meanwhile, I'll share the cover of the
Let's see
book.
here now.
Here's the book.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Tell me if you're seeing that.
Yes.
Are you
Yes,
seeing
I'm
that?
seeing it. Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Mm. Right. So guide me here. I'm seeing paintings. All right. So these are some of the paintings and drawings. This is lovely.
If you go up one, you'll see the
This one
mural that
seems
I talked
this
about.
one seems so sad. Yeah, this one seems sad.
Oh yes, I
It
made a dance
seems
based on this painting.
yeah.
I
It
built a
seems
dance based
sad.
on
It
this
seems
painting.
wow. It seems like the way how her hands are, I don't know if that's her leg up to her chest. It's like her
That's
hands
her
are here. It's
hand.
like almost like she's praying. It's her
Oh yeah.
hands. Right. I
Oh
see
yeah.
her hands, but I don't know if her knee is up there as well to walk by her
No,
hands. I don't know.
it's
But
just
it
her
seems
hand.
like she's clutching.
Yeah.
She's clutching, it's like in a position of asking for something, needing something, you know, uh, such a great desire, like help me, whatever it is she's going through.
If you go up higher, you'll see the mural. Go back.
This
Keep going
one,
up. No, go up higher. That's my
and
father.
that's your
Go up
father
again.
there.
Go up again. That
This
one.
one,
This is the mural.
wow, this is intricate.
This is
This
called
is
Contemporary
intricate. This
Justice
shows.
of the Child.
Mm-hmm. Wow, a lot is happening in here.
Oh yeah. This is the painting I told you about in the Department of Justice.
Mm-hmm. This looks like a Schindler's List sort of thing. I don't know. It looks like back
Oh
in
yeah.
the day. It looks somewhat like that. I'm seeing science. You said this is at a
He was
university, so I'm seeing a
depicting
bit of
children
different
and
as.
people who were working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing sports, yeah, and some science, architecture, a lot of stuff here. Yeah, architecture. So it's reflecting the different facets of the university. And I guess the
And it's
toil and sweat, I'm
reflecting
seeing like.
the poverty and
Mm-hmm,
the labor that
mm-hmm,
shouldn't be happening and the positive
mm-hmm,
side of what could be happening.
mm-hmm.
And the mother and child
Hmm.
confronting us saying, what now? What are you going to do for us? So the
Wow.
figures on the right there are the educated, those who are learning and contributing
Mm-hmm.
something positive, and the ones on the left are the ones who are the disinherited and the poverty stricken and
Wow.
left behind. So it's what's happening today.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, and we need to
Hmm.
learn and move beyond this.
Amazing.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome,
This
awesome.
was made in 1936 to 1940.
I see that. Was I born? Yes, I was born after that. So I'm still young, 25 years. Yes, okay. I did
Okay,
the
you're.
math. My mother was born in 1940.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's 81. Yeah, 81 years ago. Yeah. And this is the book, The Art of
No,
Symeon Shimin.
no,
Is
that's
it?
not the book. That's a painting of a group. That is about the book. Yeah. If you go to the website,
Oh,
then you
okay.
can see all the different elements. You can see reviews. You can see more interviews. You can
Mm-hmm.
see we've received 7 awards, which is quite
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. And you can
Nice.
see quotes that people have and things that have been written about. This is the painting I told you about that he did
Mm-hmm.
after having been beaten up by a crowd.
Wow. I'm seeing some animals in there, snakes and wolf sort of things, hyenas, like a sort of transpositioning of people.
He did a rather dreamlike, expressionistic sensibility of the sense that man turned to beast, that inhumanity to man was bestial, and so
Mm,
he came upon this way of portraying it.
nice. The pack or oil on canvas. Yes, the pack. What is your favorite medium to use? I never liked oils at all. Oh gosh, that thing is yucky. It takes
Well,
forever to to
it was
dry. It smells high. But the only good thing with oils for me is that you could come back 2, 3 days after and undo and redo and fix because it is still so malleable and liquidish. You can come
oh
back
really
and just
oh
take that same thing and yeah,
yeah
yeah. That's the thing with oils for me. I'm more watercolor, um, watercolor mixed media like what do you call that now? Pastels with what do you call that? The pencils. Oh Jesus, charcoal, mixed media. You know?
or chalk no. There's
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
kinds of crayon and
No, not
what
chalk.
is it
Charcoal, charcoal. I will use with um, charcoal with watercolors and that type of thing. Yeah,
I
or acrylics. I would use acrylics. Yeah, yeah. I like
acrylic yeah
acrylics. And I would build up the surface of my what do you call that now, watercolor paper. So I don't just use a
yeah
flat watercolor paper. It becomes like a sort of 3D. Yeah, it becomes like a sort of 3D because I build up the surface.
right.
Yeah, but this is good. This is good. So do you paint as
So
well? Do you paint as well? I mean,
I
you're
can
in
be
theater and dance.
yeah, I just want to mention that since you're showing this, you can contact me through my website, and it's SymeonShimin.com, spelled SymeonShimin.com. And the book is available through Amazon and through Youre if you're a bookseller, and you can also do the
Mm-hmm.
website, which is straight to it. But you were asking
Mm-hmm.
me about my work.
Yes, about your work, but I'm trying to click here to get to the contact button and I don't know what's happening. Let me see. Something happened with your contact button. I wasn't getting through to it.
Well, if you can go to the
So for persons
website
who want to,
as an individual, you'll get to it.
uh-huh. All right, 1 second. So I'm here on the Amazon page where you can get the Art of Symeon Shimin. I just clicked on the buy the book um,
Yeah,
tab,
right.
get book. But I was trying to get to your contact button and I'm not getting
It's
through to
way at
it.
the bottom. It will go all the way. Let it keep rolling. It's at the bottom of the whole site. Keep scrolling up. There it is. It's
Oh,
oh no, after that, at the bottom. There, here it is, right here on the black.
oh, here.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So Shimin at theater dance at ucsb.edu.
correct. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank
Right.
you.
So you were talking about, as we're closing off, we're talking about you and your paintings. Do you do any paintings? I mean, you
No,
came from a
I
father who
dance.
learned to
I,
paint.
I paint on the stage with
You
dancers. I
dance.
don't. I've
You
never
don't do
felt
the
I was
painting.
I do it with my body. It's a whole different method of it. Many dancers, great choreographers, wanted to be painters and artists. It's very interesting. They're
Mm.
interchangeable, you know. But my
Of
father loved
course, of
dancing.
course.
I love art, but I don't do it myself.
But you said something a while back, and reading up from on your website, he had the natural knack and he wanted to go into music, and his parents stopped him. That is something I totally disagree with wholeheartedly. As a parent, you're supposed to encourage whatever natural talent your child has. It could be gymnastics, it could be whatever your fears or inhibitions are, should not overshadow your children at all. You must not bring that. As much as you may have your concerns or cost or think about, oh, it might cost me whatever, because I know musical instruments are very expensive. Art is expensive too. Once you go into the art, it's expensive. So I think that parents must hold back themselves and realize it's not about them. It's about doing what they're supposed to do for their child and encouraging that. I want to hear
Well,
your
each
thoughts because
child,
he as a result of your father not getting into music, he gets into art. But can you imagine if he blended both music and
well,
art? That would be awesome.
Corrine, his family came from Russia. He had an uncle who was a disillusioned composer. They came to America when he was 10, and he had this passion for music, but his uncle was so disillusioned he didn't want another failure in the family, and the parents went along with it. So you have to
Wow.
consider the background of what's happening around someone to understand the whole picture.
Hmm.
So that's what was happening in his case. Um, Fortunately, he discovered this great talent, and he always loved music and had music playing whenever he worked, and that was part of his
Hmm.
life. But had he tried music, we don't know what would have happened. He might have done something else. But I agree
Hmm.
with you completely. When possible, the parent hopefully will encourage the child to do whatever speaks to them. Um, but in that
Hmm.
particular circumstance, one can understand where the parents were coming from.
Hmm.
He didn't know, for example,
Yeah.
in Brooklyn, where they landed, that there were free classes that he could have taken. There were all kinds of things that he discovered later.
Wow.
And he found all of the
Yeah.
arts on his
Yeah.
own. His family didn't take him to these things on his own. He found art,
Wow.
music, dance, the whole
I
thing
I
for
just
life. So it's so
there was
so many things
a
about
thing,
it.
even for men, boys to dance, long ago. And I think that same sort of thinking is still there. Stereotyping is still there about boys dancing. I love to see a man dance. I am telling you, I just love. They feel that, oh, it's homosexual, it's this, it's that. It doesn't have to be. And even if it is, so what? It allows the human being, the person, the man, the boy, to express how they want to feel. And there are so many different forms of dance. You being in dance, is that stereotype still happening?
I think much less so. I mean, dance has been around since human beings have been around. People moved before they spoke, and it's one of the earliest forms of the energetic body. So I feel that the stereotypes are shifting greatly. The kinds of dance that are out there for all kinds of people are shifting greatly, and so hopefully this will mean a much broader sensibility, um, as you like to talk about the
Mm.
family's perspective, that it will not be a stereotype
Mhm.
of any kind. It will just be a means of
I
expression.
see I see a shifting. I see a shifting and I feel a shifting, Tanya, happening in the world. Comparing to my time, even your time, I would think, or your father's time, where people are allowed to be themselves. They're actually fighting for it. They're actually more vocal about it, to be themselves. Why be somebody else that you're not meant to be? Living somebody else's skin. I think that's very constricting.
Right.
It's not freedom. It certainly isn't freedom. And I want you to share, I mean, as we're basically at the end or coming to the end But what would be your final words or your words? I don't want to use the word final. Let me take that back. What would be your words in closing of this episode to encourage persons to be in the arts, male, female, no matter what age? You could be 90, you could be 100 and something. Once you have life in you, you could be male, you could be female, it doesn't matter. Any age, once, what would you say to persons to encourage them to pursue the arts more?
That it's absolutely important to follow your dream and what's inside of you to do. And there will be people to share it with who will accept you in that process. It's a matter of finding them and following through what you really believe is right for you to do. And all the arts are open to everybody at this point in many different ways. So it's a matter of finding the right route, but stick to it. Just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And be yourself. Be yourself. Yeah. Do what is necessary to be you. It's one life you get to live. And why are you trying to live somebody else's life when you have yours? Yes, just live your one life. Yes. And life is too short. Yeah.
So you don't want to be told how you should be. You want to be how you are and how you want to be and what feels right for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My father did that. He was going against the grain. Everyone was going against abstractionism, and he went his way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I can only imagine what your father would have turned out to be if he had blended the music and the arts. I think, limitless, full potential at work. Full potential at work. Full potential at work. Thank you so much for showcasing your father's work. I mean, he passed on some years ago and you're still carrying on. And his work lives on at the university in the mural. So people are still being impacted by it. And there's still discussion and stares and resonance when you see these things, and conversations that resonate.
Right.
It's been great having you on Between the Lines, Tonia. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yes.
Keep well.
Yes.
Bye.
No problem. It's been a pleasure having you. You gave me joy. You gave me joy being here, taking me back to my childhood and bringing back up and lighting that flame again. Thank you. And challenging me too on my own show. Challenging me on my own show. This has been great. Thank you so much, Tonia.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.